ELA teachers, it's the end of the year and you are exhausted. I get it. You still have things you need to do and accomplish. Keep the kids calm, keep them engaged. I have 3 ideas for you. These have worked so beautifully for me in middle school. They basically have them do a project that takes a while. It's a kind of like a culminating project. And they're going to do research on a very high interest topic that I'll show you in just a minute. And they do what's called a 5-slide final. And they're still going to do research. They have to go find evidence. They got to use some quotes. They're going to use some design, and they have to use some persuasive language as well. So that project takes them a while. And they absolutely love doing it. And the best part of it is to have them present it when they're done and to see if they can sway anybody's opinion about something. So I like to do like a pre-test where I put out a Google form and the class votes like, do you like country music or whatever it is that they're trying to persuade us about? And we kind of get an idea of where the class is. And then after the presentation, we poll them again to see if it changed. And every time we've done it, the class always changes more to what the kids said. So you might not want to have everybody do it, but you could also have them record it and put it into your online school system there. Just like presenting anything is a skill they have to know. So if they do it with something that they love and it's high interest, it just takes all of that fear out of it. So the second thing is I like for them to do some sort of reflection and think about the year and talk to each other and have a good conversation. So I have a reflection sheet that they fill out for that year. And then you could also make it into like a really cool, almost like a yearbook kind of thing where they take some images and they could make a digital yearbook. I've done that in the past, make digital yearbooks. And then the third thing is for the very last few days of school, maybe the last day. And it's such a challenge because you typically don't have computers and all you have are like things to color with and paper. What are we going to do to keep them engaged? I have come up with this activity that is so engaging, and it's really bizarre because they love to do it. It takes at least 45 minutes, maybe an hour if you want. And it calms them down and they're so quiet but giggly. It does both. So I'm going to take you to my screen and I'll show you the 3 different activities. I want to first start with the project that they do. It's called the 5-slide final. And they can pick whether they want to do an unsolved mystery, criminally underrated, or be the teacher. The second one is usually the more popular one. I heard my son say that term one day when he was talking about a band or something, and I just loved it. I was like, can I make that into a project? And so I tell them exactly what needs to go on each slide. The key here is that you tell them no white space because it forces them to like over design in a way. Here are some examples of some of the ones they made. Let me see if I can make this a lot bigger for you. A little bit blurry, but you can see how they did a presentation where like they could pick a topic and then they had to find some evidence to support what it was that they were saying and use quotes. Like they have to use all the skills that you've taught them all year long, but they're doing it on a topic that they really, really love. Kit Kats, basketball, Bermuda Triangle, Nike, Olivia Rodrigo, ballet, all that. They absolutely love this project. Now, the next thing I have my students do is an end of the year reflection. And for that one, it's just a super fun, easy way to have them sort of recap their year with the numbers 2025, whatever year you're in. And then you can make a memory collage. They make images, they put emotions in there, and then they could share out their collages that they made, something like that. And then finally, when you need to have downtime, if you don't have computers, here's the deal. Those last few days, they've taken the computers away because they got to go put them in the library, right? And so what you can do is you still have a computer. So you put this on the screen and you'll have a printout that's just a really basic outline of an island. and then they have colored pencils or something. And then you go through the directions here, and then based on which one they choose, like which one would they rather do in the summer, then they have to change their picture and add things to it. And then it gets stranger and stranger as you go along until they just become really bizarre and they start giggling, but they're oddly quiet because they're like, coloring and trying to make it perfect. I would have some like Hawaii ukulele music going on in the background, wear a little fake lei, whatever, like get into it. And then once they're finished with their drawings, you can have them stand up and walk around and they show each other to see if anyone was close to what they had. So those are some fantastic ways for you to end your year and keep your sanity.